you check the children? Show a little match sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Still Jaime and Fuego.
And this is another Patreon request. Now, technically, this is a season of a show, which we don't normally do for our patrons, but if you've been a patron for as long as SK has been a patron,
Damn right.
then you earn this, and SK seceded, or I don't know, seceded it's definitely not the right word. He gave up 2 months worth of commentaries in order for us to review this, the third season of Channel Zero, entitled Butcher's Block.
Altering his request, condensing them, so to speak. But I mean,
We appreciate it, but
yeah.
we did Channel Zero Season 2 in his name as a result as well.
Yeah, and even beyond that, we're talking like 6 episodes of Channel Zero is like 4.5 hours practically of content, right. So that's equivalent to 2 commentaries. It's fair.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you, man.
So thank you very much, SK, and let's dive into Channel Zero Butcher's Block. Now, I started the last one. Let's get the overall thoughts from you first on this one, Fueguissimo.
Overall thoughts from me, this was the best of the lot so far. It's, I mean, not just because of Rutger Hauer, who I had no idea was actually going to be in this. He's terrific, and he died a year later, like maybe not even a year later. Which
I
is like,
don't know that I
really
remembered that he passed away.
Yeah,
That
which
makes
is
me so
really,
sad.
really crazy, and he's on point.
Ever
and
since The Hitcher,
very
I've loved
engaging
Rutger
in
Hauer.
this. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I mean, dude, he was even in that shitty Salem's Lot remake as Barlow, which was interesting. But yeah, this one, I mean, it deals with mental instability, and if it could be hereditary, which is especially frightening. And this was the most distinctively different, I think, because I've seen with No End House, okay, escape rooms. I mean, I've seen evil, TV show stuff with the previous Candle Code, but this one, I mean, cannibal vampire craziness and all of the additional lore, and I liked the aspect of the fact that we had older and younger characters as opposed to one or the other like we did with the previous 2 seasons, and this one was bloody and had some of the weirdest imagery of any of the shows. I mean, we're talking crushed up bone, paste over people's eyes and stuff. This was a show that, while flawed like the previous season, like every season of this show... That
didn't screw me up as much as the puffy cheek, smiley...
Little midget kids.
Schizophrenia part of the brain.
Oh, that's right, the one that chased her around at a particular point. Yeah.
Was not a fan.
Yeah, this is well-written stuff, though, and very layered, and probably the most distinctively unique of all of the shows, that we've seen from Channel Zero, and it's
all based on. We didn't even mention in the last one. All based on creepypastas. Yeah. So yes, this is about a couple of sisters that are very concerned about following down the path of their mother, who it turns out had the gene for schizophrenia and lost her mind, and in fact attacked one of them at one point. And one of the sisters is starting to show those signs. The other sister is not only concerned for her sister, but also concerned about the fact that she might also eventually have to deal with this sort of psychosis.
Yeah, and she's the younger sister, determined and with
social work. With the largest gap between her front teeth of any actress ever. Ever. She's like David Letterman times 3 in that gap. It's crazy.
Yeah,
and I'm not hating on it.
Obvious.
I'm not hating on it. It's just, it gets so alarmingly distracting by the end of the season.
That's apparently a sexy trend in a lot of European models. I don't necessarily understand it, but who am I to talk about self-image?
Well, because Europeans can fit it right. Anyway, let's move right along. So this one is about putting in about 30 minutes. Yeah, Chadwick. Yeah. Woo! Okay, so a little side distraction there. Yeah. So yeah, it's about these 2 sisters, but while all of their drama is going on, it turns out that in this area of the country, there's apparently a mysterious part of the woods where a phantom white marble staircase appears at times with a door to an unknown place at the type. The staircase is not connected to anything. It doesn't always appear there, but random people keep encountering it, and at one point early on, we see this very disturbing humanoid flesh creature that is hanging out in the area, and we don't know what he has to do with anything.
It felt very Hellraiser to me.
It felt Hellraiser, but it felt so much less like fleshed out, fleshed out for than Hellraiser. Like it's kind of all over the place. It doesn't feel. It feels
some ways,
so
yeah.
like meandery versus focused, like laser focused. So. It turns out that there's a family that lives through the door in this weird area, and this family happens to be cannibals. Or they're flesh eaters.
Yeah, but they're almost like vampiric cannibals in the fact that, you know, as one character from the family says at one point, you're just energy for us, you're just energy turning into more energy and so on. And it is the Peach family, which is Rutger Hauer is
Plantation folk.
Yeah, he's the head of the family, but yet he's the one who mysteriously disappeared after the death of his 2 daughters, and that's one of the reasons why he latches on to Alice and her sister and is like, I want to bring you both into my fold and make you a part of my family, because he lost his daughters in real life, and now that he's transferred over into this supernatural area of craziness, he misses his daughters. They're dead and he can't bring them in as cannibals, so he wants like these stand-ins, which is Alice and, God, I can't remember, Eleanor, Lydia, God damn it, I can't think of it.
Oh no, it's Alice and, oh God.
Yeah, it's totally eluding me too, but I mean, Alice, because of the fact
Alice's
that they make
sister
so many...
played, by the way, by Layden Robinson, I believe is her name, who was one of the main friends in the Teen Wolf series on MTV. Okay. She was
Which I never
Styles'
watched.
love interest.
Okay.
And she was phenomenal in that. She was
good in this
so
too, man.
great in this.
I mean, so of the
She
two
starts
sisters,
eating her own leg.
Yeah, because she can't will herself after she becomes one of these psychic cannibals to actually eat the other flesh, and so she keeps cutting off pieces of herself and just
And when she
tiny,
does, she's like,
tiny little flesh, and she's like,
it's like,
yeah. But then after she swallows it, she feels so much better, and you see the smirk of satisfaction. And
especially in a
that's
post-COVID world, I see that and I'm just like, like, yeah.
But also the fact that this park is in the Butcher's Block area of town that the social worker that Alice is working with at the beginning warns her of. He's like, don't go over there at all without somebody else, and definitely don't go at night, period. Like, he warns her because he's heard the stories of people disappearing and all of the crazy shenanigans and chiziness going down. And then we also have those 2 snarky officers who play a part, and one of them, he's just sideburns white dude, he doesn't matter for shit, but then the younger black dude, his father is the chief.
Aggressive.
He's the sheriff. Yeah, where the father, trying to protect the secrets, goes after the son. Yeah, because he's tied in.
And then
with
that went even further later on. I was like, pow! I was like, oh!
Yeah.
Ooh, damn, he's not messing around.
This is the one thing I will say about this particular installment of the show, is that it had the most interesting characters in my estimation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely, hands down, the most interesting characters, especially like the old woman landlord who does the castor and the taxidermy stuff.
She was great.
She
Such a
was
character
terrific,
actress.
too.
So
yeah,
good.
She's great. I mean, everybody was so supremely unique. Even the weird Georgia woman who's like, yeah, Miss Peach brought me
The
over.
pregnant
when I was
girl,
born."
she was so lovely to watch.
And she brought, at the beginning of the second episode, she did that episode where she was talking about, we're on top of the food chain. That's why we just eat everything and blah, blah, blah.
How disturbing were, like, the little baby midgets?
Insanely disturbing.
Like,
We're talking
oh my God.
so far beyond even Phantasm, which I love, and I declare...
These were more disturbing than the Phantasm.
They totally
things,
were.
Sure.
And the fact that they were running around with the little meat tenderizer hammers, and when they kill that kid at the beginning,
yeah, they run after him like, and then he's like, ah! I was like, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't want to meet up with that thing either.
Yeah, it was
but then
messed
when
up,
you
man.
actually saw it, they're like baby faces and like little mini adult bodies. It's just,
Yeah, this is the best of Channel Zero so far. It's not that it's not flawed, but it definitely, seriously, SK, it's SK.
Yeah.
Dude, this was the best Channel Zero thing I've watched so far.
We haven't watched Dream Door yet. I mean, we figure since we've watched the first 3 seasons, we might as well close it out and finish up Dream Door. But yeah, I mean, Butcher's Block, the story was interesting at times, not interesting at others.
Liked it a lot.
The acting was great at times, bad when you really had to focus on the goalposts that were the front 2 teeth. And then the effects.
They ended up doing a switcheroo with her and the sister, which I was kind of expecting.
halfway
in a lot
through.
Of ways. Yeah.
But they also did something else that I have to say, this pissed me off. because it set something up so cool at the end of episode 5.
I remember.
They show something. I was like, oh, really? We're going to get this
but
now?
they kind of show it in the darkness, too.
It's in the darkness, so you don't actually see what it is. You just hear something get picked up and eaten.
Yeah.
And then
And
you're supposed...
Rutger Hauer is so scared.
He's so
And you hear
scared.
the crunching and the ripping.
And then it turns out it's just supposedly this humanoid with, like, deer antlers, and it's like, no.
And then we got the ending that we
That's so disappointing after what you set up at the end of the last episode.
Yeah, and then we kind of got the ending. Although the exploding servants, so
that
to
was
speak,
cool.
I thought that was pretty.
That
dope.
was very Ready or Not.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
or Ready or Not was very Channel Zero
because
Butcher's Block.
Yeah, because Ready or Not did, I guess, technically come afterwards.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, although
that was fun, but the way it was done
Mhm.
with like the classical music and the slow motion kind of thing, that was
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool beats in this series, man.
It's
although,
worth watching as a horror fan just
It
to
is.
see something different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although the
It may not be wholly WHOLLY. It may not be wholly satisfying, but it is different enough where you're not gonna get anything else like it in any other horror that you're watching right now.
Yeah, and also one of the last things Rutger Hauer did, as I said, and he was voted as the best Dutch actor of the 20th century recently. You know, because
that's going to change next year. That's going to change after the next because Mads Mikkelsen. Mads Mikkelsen is Dutch.
No, Mads is great. Although Rutger has decades of history, so I don't know. Arguable, everybody.
Is he Dutch or is he Danish? He might be Danish, actually. Maybe
Isn't
I'm getting
the
that
same
wrong.
thing?
I don't know. I'm just covering my bases.
Do your thing.
All right, that's going to do it for our review of Channel Zero Butcher's Block,
Yeah.
Season 3. If you guys haven't watched it, again, all 4 seasons of Channel Zero are available on Shudder. Since we watched the first 3 seasons, 6 more episodes to complete the whole run. I like the idea of creepypastas getting the opportunity to be made into something bigger. So
There's
I
a lot
think
of people bummed it got canceled.
I think it's worth at least giving the run its due.
Yeah.
So you covered season 1, we've covered season 2 and 3. Might as well cover season 4. But thank you to SK for having us do season 3 and again giving him credit for season 2. So thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested in becoming a patron like SK, you can do so via the link in the description box down below. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss others going forward. Until next time, though, I have been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, Jaime Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.